In this video, we'll be going over how to add products to CIDR. Specifically, we'll be going over how to add instruments. First, you'll want to go to Manage. Then you'll click on the facility you wish to manage, and then go up to Products. On the left-hand side, you'll see all the products. In this video, we'll go over instruments. To add an instrument, click Add Instrument. Next, you'll type in the name and then the URL that you wish the instrument to be connected to. Here's an example down here. Most of the stuff on this page is fairly self-explanatory. You'll have your contact email. In this text field, you'll put in any information that you wish the end user to see when they click on this instrument. This is where you'd input the revenue account. For initial order status, you will pretty much always want to leave this as new. Depending on the facility and the instrument, you may wish to restrict access to approved users only, in which case you'll click here. Inactivate the product. This will allow you to basically remove the product from the facility, especially to the end user. You will be able to go back in and reactivate it if you wish to, but this option right now would give you the ability to take it off of the website. And then this one keeps it on the facility and active, but just doesn't allow the end user to see it. You will be ordering on behalf of the user if you click this option. Again, most of this is self-explanatory. If you wish to add a note, if you have shared schedules with other instruments, if you would like this to be controlled via reservations, timer without relay, or timer with relay. One thing that I would like to note is that if you wish to make an instrument available throughout the majority of the time period, let's say from 9 to 5, but you want them to have minimum reservation time slots, so let's say a minimum of 15 minutes, you put that here. And then I would strongly suggest that you leave this interval to every 5 minutes so that someone could theoretically go in and schedule a reservation for 12, 12:05, 12:10, 12:15 going forward. That's when it would start. As opposed to if you put this to 15 minutes, then it would go 12 to 12:15, 12:30, 12:45. So there's no ability to book a reservation anytime within those time periods. It's strictly fixed to those 3 periods. So you can do 5 minutes, every 5 minutes someone can book, and then a minimum of 15. So if someone wanted to book at 12:05 for the next 15 minutes, it'd go to 12:20 and block that off for anyone else on the calendar, and the next person could book an appointment for 12:20 or 12:25, 12:30, and so forth. Again, most of this is very self-explanatory. Next, you would click Create. I do not want to add this instrument at this time. This is just an example, so I'll click Cancel. But let's click on this instrument, which has already been added. Once you've added an instrument, this detail section is that area that you had just filled out. So next, you'll want to go into scheduling. Here you'll see the schedule of each instrument. So for this specific instrument, this is the schedule available. When you first create an instrument, it obviously won't have a schedule listed on here, so you'll want to add schedule rule. Click the days you wish it to be operational and the time range, and if there's any discount for specific time ranges. Next, you'll want to go to access list If you already know people who will need access to this, you'll want to add them as an approved user. Scheduling groups, for the most part, won't be used, but if there is an instrument that you wish to combine schedules with, then this is where you would add that. Pricing, you have internal, external, and external for profit. You would go here to add a pricing rule if it didn't have one. This is an example of what one would look like. Restrictions, if there are any, and again, many of these have definitions on here of what each of these tabs does or is used for. This will show you the current reservations for this. You could toggle between day, week, and month. As you can see, this instrument does not have any reservations on it currently. Any documents that you wish to be found on the product page. Again, most of this self-explanatory. And then, of course, the notifications. And that is how you add an instrument to CIDR.